Craig, you're coming up to your 100th appearance for East Kilbride and you're the first player to ever achieve this. How does it feel?
Yeah, it's a very good achievement, I suppose, especially with only being probably one of the youngest in the changing room. I know there's going to be other players that are close to it. I know BJ's probably about 70, 80, so it's kind of good to be the first one, I suppose.
Now, if we go back to the beginning of your time at East Kilbride, what made you sign for the club?
I spoke with Graham Mullen. It's him who first kind of approached me when I was at Plantavics. Then he got me up, he showed me the plans for the future, showed me the stadium and really told me about, of course, possibility of moving into League 2. I spoke with Paul Keane, James Keane, and I thought it was a very good place to play football, good facilities and then very, very ambitious. I thought it was something for the future.
Now you've come through the ranks with East Kilbride, starting at the under-20s to the first team. How did it prepare you for it and what was the experience like?
Well, I spent 2 years I think with the under-20s and it's the same kind of philosophy throughout the full team, like from the 20s to 17 so up to the first team. It's all about playing good football, going out and enjoying yourself. And when I was in the under-20s I had Kingy and Giggsy who were the first team coaches who I got on really well with and believed that I was good enough for the first team, and they got me in very young. I think I was 16 maybe when I made my debut, and I just knew from there. They told me from then on I'd probably be a first team player from the following season.
East Kilbride made its mark on Scottish football with the Scottish Cup tie against Celtic. Tell us what the experience was like when you found out you'd be facing the top team in Scotland, actually playing against them.
Yeah, it was just a sort of surreal feeling, like playing in the Lowland League to then coming up against who are the best team in Scotland, I suppose. Even though they had only Dyla at the time, but it's still a surreal experience. Something that I never thought I'd achieve, especially when I first signed to East Kilbride. I never thought I'd be playing against a team in the Premiership, never mind Celtic. What
was the atmosphere like on the day?
Something I've never experienced before. I think the most I've had to keep up for about 600-700 max. I think it was nearly 10,000 at Airdrie Stadium, so it was, when you're walking out you could see all the Celtic fans took up 2 or 3 stands, and something I never thought I'd experience, but it was a surreal experience walking out next to the likes of Lee Griffiths and Scott Brown, etc.
Now you mentioned Lee Griffiths. I know you took one for the team with a foul on him. How difficult did you find the match?
Yeah, I think he is a phenomenal player. His touch, his speed, his movement. I get caught under the ball for that one. He just flicked over me, and I knew if I let him go, he might punish us. So I thought I had to just take him out.
Talking about it, does it almost feel a little like a dream now?
It does. It was over so quickly. Again, as I said, I never thought it would happen, and it was over. Just a flash in the eye. I can't even remember it, to be honest. Like, just even the build up to it, just something that I said I never thought I'd experience, and something I would hope to experience again, hopefully with East Kilbride, with another top team, but it's something that will live with me to day or die, I suppose.
And you're also part of the team that beat Ajax's world record. What was this like when you achieved that?
You can see from the celebrations, it was phenomenal. What Ajax done, again, something that I don't think anyone imagined. Everyone was surprised when we seen the Ajax van before the game. Didn't have a clue what to expect, and then it was a tough game. I think it was a draw till about the 60th, 70th minute, and then we went on and scored a couple, I think, but when we won, the van came on, all the players were celebrating, and it was phenomenal.
And the message from Ajax congratulating you, was this expected at all, and was it the icing on the cake?
No, it wasn't expected at all. When you seen like Van der Sar speaking to us personally, again, it's something that a player can only really dream of. That's a player that's played at the top of world football, congratulating you on, a record that his hometown set, and again, it's just something that I never thought we would experience. Yeah.
Moving on to you individually, scoring in the Lowland League Cup final, was this a highlight for you for East Kilbride?
Yeah, I think so. I think that, and of course the Celtic game. Just don't score that many goals, so to do it in a cup final, I think I was only 18s, something I'm proud of.
If you could describe your time at East Kilbride so far, what would you say?
I think it's just been a bit of a rollercoaster experience, to be honest. I mean, come in not really expecting to have achieved the things I have. I think this will be only really my third season in the first team, and to have won 5 trophies, played in the last 16 in the Scottish Cup against Celtic, and to now made coming up from my 100th appearance at age of 20, it's just something that I never imagined and something I'm proud of.
You say 5 trophies, on the verge of 6. How would it feel to win the league this season?
It's what we've been achieving, trying to achieve all season. It was the primary goal. As much as we want to win the other trophies, it's not really been something we've been focused on. Last year the trophy, all the other cups, kind of took away from the league. That's why we didn't do so well. But this year it's just all our focus been on it, and we do really believe that we're going to. We think we'll definitely win the league, but we do believe we'll go up as well. I think we're good enough to beat League 2 and Highland League.
Going forward for you, what's the main thing that you want to achieve yourself in your game?
Well, I just kind of take each game as it comes. Don't really plan ahead to see what happens. I'm happy at East Kilbride. Never say I'd be wanting to leave it all. I'm very happy here, and I think as a club that has a prospect of actually moving up the leagues, not just to League 2, League 1 and so forth. So happy here as it is, and I really do believe we'll go up.
You've been with the club as it's grown and growing, and you're getting a stadium of 7,000 people. Where do you see this club going in the next 5 years?
With the size of the town, I think it can go as far as it wants. When the stadium's built, hopefully it brings in more supporters, brings in better players again, and the club will just keep growing. I think it will, hopefully in 6-7 years' time, be one of the top teams in Scotland.
Well, thank you very much, and best of luck for your 100th appearance.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today marks a very important day for East Kilbride Football Club. We have our player Craig Howie here, who is playing today, and I'm really glad it's sorted. In fact, his 100th game for the club. Craig's been with the club for 5 years. He's only 20 and he's managed to get 100 games, first team games under his belt. I cannot tell you how pleased I am to be presenting this fancy sample, because Craig is not only developed to be a very fine footballer, he's a credit to the club and a very fine young man. Well done, Craig.